Thank you very much to the gentlemen of the press. And first of all, I would like to extend a very warm um, appreciation to the government and the people of Uganda for hosting us here, and to President Magogo as well for his warm reception, our football leader here in the country. The CAF delegation, we came with a strong delegation here to Uganda, and we assembled as well the local organizing committee of the three countries, the Pamoja countries for the AFCON 2027, as well as the ministers of sports, the LOC chairman, and the leaders as well from the different delegation from CAF side. We came on a 2-day walking visit to deep down into the preparation of the AFCON 2027. And our objective for coming here is to make sure that we align on the priorities, on the framework, on the timeline, and on the execution of the AFCON Pamoja 2027. Coming up from a very, very successful AFCON in Morocco, it's important that we focus on this AFCON, which promises to be an amazing AFCON because it's a unique one. It's three countries that are hosting this competition. It presents a very unique opportunity for us to be able to show AFCON in a completely different light. And three really amazing countries, unique in its own sense, and it's a regional competition to show East Africa in the best light. It's not only a regional competition, but it's one that would show Africa what we have in the region has to show to the world. So we're very committed, very delighted that we're going to push for this competition to be the most successful edition of the AFCON. And we have all the ingredients to make sure that it's successful. This is why we came here with a really strong delegation led by myself to discuss with all the authorities in here. And I can guarantee and confirm to you that we have the strongest level of commitment that we can expect to get from the government of the three countries, of Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, because the ministers of sports were here. From the football community as well, we had the FA presidents of Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. We had a very close door meeting where we aligned on all the priorities, all the execution, the work that needs to be done, and we're all aligned on that. And the operational team as well, we're here with all the different departments from CAF and from the local organizing committee, where they went into all the nitty-gritties of the operations to align also on the timeline. So this has been done, and this I can tell you after 2 days of work that we're in a very comfortable place. We're very confident of what we can deliver, and it's going to be a very successful competition. As you know, hosting an AFCON is a journey. It's not a one-day event. What I can tell you now is that there's strong commitment from the government, really strong commitment as well from CAF to make sure that we succeed, and we will succeed in the preparation. The reason why we came here is also to align on the deliverables, and I can tell you that from the operational team to the leadership, we are all aligned in terms of the timeline and the deliverables and what needs to be done. So that is the most important at this stage, and we have that, and we're happy, and we're in a comfortable place. As I mentioned also earlier, in terms of level of readiness that we have, we did an inspection visit in February, an infrastructure inspection visit, because infrastructure, hosting a tournament of AFCON, infrastructure is a very big part of it. We did an inspection. There were reports that were shared from the inspection. And now also that we have seen the level of progress, because the host had to present also the level of readiness, I would say that we are advancing in the right direction, and we have all the timeline that has been agreed on the deliverables of the work that needs to be done. So I would say in terms of level of readiness, we are in a comfortable place as regards to the commitments that we have from all the parties that are involved. So Chan, first of all, congratulations to the people from Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, because Chan was a very successful competition from our standing, from CAF side. So the three countries showed up. and organized a very good competition that we are very proud of. And CHAN was a good learning experience for us as well. As you know, it's the very first time that we organized a competition joint in the 3 countries. So CHAN was very strategic for us. We had a lot of good lessons to learn from CHAN, and the 3 countries delivered. The important thing is to learn from some of the things that we experienced that could be improved from CHAN, and this is what we're doing. One of the things that you mentioned is also how we can improve the 3 countries. As the name implies, is Pamoja. We need to work very closely together. And today, we did agree with all of the government that there's going to be an oversight Pamoja committee that is going to be headed by the 3 ministers of sports, the 3 presidents of the federations, the 3 LOC chairmen, and CAF itself, to deal with all of the strategic matters and areas that are common amongst the 3 countries, which has to do with the visa, mobility, the tax, the security measures, and everything that has to be common, even infrastructure amongst the 3 countries. And as you know, we want the players, we want the fans, everyone to feel that if you go to Kenya, you have exactly the same experience that you receive in Kenya, in Tanzania, and Uganda. Same as well with the players. The quality of the pitch and the quality of the pitch should be also the same across board. So this oversight committee is going to be focused on making sure that there's uniformity across the 3 countries, across the 3 governments. So there's going to be regular meetings that will be had, structured meetings, and the deliverables. And also good to let you know that there is also a steering committee that we're going to have from the 2nd level that will be composed as well by the CEOs of all the 3 countries. That would be also the LOC chairman, the football community, and the football leaders as well, and all the different functional area leads from CAF to be implementing what has been decided from the oversight committee. And there is also going to be at the 3rd tier, there is the national LOC in each country, which is going to be operating in each country to make sure that everything is aligned, and the different subcommittees within the LOC to implement the things nationally. And then there's the secretariat, which is at the last level to implement it. So we agree on a good governance structure that would be implemented to make sure that we go in the right direction. So this has also been agreed by all the 3 ministers, by all the 3 countries. So we are in the right pyramid to advance the competition. I mean, your question that you'd ask about leaving Uganda, if we live in a comfortable place, we're extremely comfortable from the 2 days of deliberations that we had with all the technical team and with the leaders. We have the right level of commitment that is needed, and we have agreed on a working frame that I just mentioned earlier. We've agreed also on timelines that we need to work with, and this is very important that everyone is committed, everyone is aligned on what needs to be done at the time that it needs to be done. So this is what we wanted to get out of one of the things we wanted to get out of our working session in Uganda, and we have that, so we're definitely happy with. I won't say I've learned anything new from being here now. What we need to learn, we've learned it before. We know the 3 countries very well. We hosted CHAN here. Excuse me. We hosted CHAN here, so we are right now just readjusting and moving forward in terms of the plan. There is nothing new that we have to know about what needs to be done. Everyone is aligned on what the expectation is, and like I said, we're moving in the really right direction. Important also that I cannot stress enough is alignment on the deadlines, on the timelines, and the level of commitment we have from the 3 countries. Pamoja is incredible, and those are the ingredients that we need to move forward. I think President Moses Magogo is somebody that I personally respect a lot in terms of what he does and where Uganda football also is, and someone that is passionate about it. So getting compliments from him, I receive it with all sense of humility, but also comes with a lot of pressure. To whom much is given, much is expected. So we know that. But the good thing is that in my position when I was here for Chan, being the director of tournaments and events, knowing what is important and what needs to be done from a competition point of view, from a tournament point of view, I think this is what he sees. And this is also one of the advantages, I believe, for going into this AFCON in Pamoja, because we know exactly what to do, and the institution is going to be well behind the success of this competition. For any tournaments to organize of this scale of an AFCON, I mentioned it's a journey. It's not a clear black and white thing. We're working with the host nation to make sure that those timelines are being respected. And so far, we have a level of commitment to have those timelines being ready. We work hand in hand to make sure that the delivery is done at the time that which we've all committed to. So to answer your question, we have no plan or thinking or whatsoever of a point of no return. We focused on delivering within the timeline and to make sure that the tournament is going to be successful based on the critical aspects of what needs to be done. And we were going to have regular meetings to check. So we're not going to wait until August to even know what the situation is. And every week we're going to be following up. And also it's good to mention that even from this month, we have people that will be permanently based in each of the countries, engineers, and also for infrastructure to follow up and to support, and we work together with the host country on all the sporting and non-sporting infrastructure, just so that we'll be able to meet the timeline, and we work together in there. So we're putting everything in place to make sure that we respect the timelines. I don't know about hunger, but I'm very excited and very committed to make sure that the tournament is successful. And I think that a lot of people, as Honorable Moses Magogo has said, being someone that has been in the position of director of tournaments and events for such a long time, I think that it would be a shame if I do not put all my energy and everything into making sure that the tournament is successful. So I also believe it's the right time to also have in this competition, because it's going to be my first competition also in terms of the title. So there's no room for failure. Message for the three governments, first of all, is message of appreciation, because to organize a tournament of this scale, you need the government for you to be successful. And the government has put in the right amount of resources and the right amount of commitment for it to be successful. So it's left for CAF and the government to work together in a committed way to meet up with all the expectations that the fans have for a tournament of this scale. Every AFCON is the same. The AFCON is different, sorry. The AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire was very different from the AFCON that we had in Morocco, so as we expect the AFCON here to be different from there. But in terms of the lesson that I learned from the AFCON in Morocco is knowing the level of commitment that is required to make sure that the competition is successful, as you saw in AFCON in Morocco, because the period which we were playing the competition was during the rainy season, and the concentration and the investment that was made on the pitches and to make sure that they were able to withstand the weather itself, something that the government and CAF also took very seriously. And as you can see, we had perfect pitches, we had perfect condition to be able to host it. So it's those lessons to know that we take the context of the environment into place when we're planning into the competition. So the context of East Africa has a lot of great opportunities. There's tourism opportunities. There's a hospitality of the people in East Africa. So we make sure we play a lot on the assets that East Africa has to amplify the competition. We cannot compare each one to the other because they're very different. But what makes it special and unique is what the people have and the asset that they have to use it to amplify.